Hi Cancer, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your annual forecast for 2015. Happy New Year Cancerians. We're going to be focusing on two major planets mostly for this year. That is the lovely Saturn that has been there in your chart for the last 2.5 years, and the gorgeous Jupiter. Of course, there is a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse, and there's some amount of action with Pluto and Uranus mid-year as well. However, we'll start off with Saturn. Now, Saturn has been there in your chart for the last 2.5 years in a part of your sector that has to do with love, romance, creativity, and children. And Cancer, Saturn normally takes about 28 to 29 years to complete one circle, and he spends about 2.5 years in each house. And now when Saturn moves into the house of creative spunk, that is for you when it was there till 2014, it has just moved now. And so in your last house where it was resting for 2.5 years, it challenged your creativity, it challenged your spunk, it challenged your sense of fun, the inner child in you. How is it that you have fun? How much is it that you're willing to sort of detach yourself with the stressful things around you? And what is it that makes you unique? What are your creative talents? And these are the issues that would have come up to you quite often in the last 2.5 years, even as far as love is concerned. How it is that you look at love, and this just necessarily does not have to do with romantic, though yes, most of the focus is there on romantic relationships, but it has to do with love in general as well. Are you very giving? Are you somebody who just wants to receive and wants to get pampered, and you're somebody who's extremely high maintenance as far as love is concerned? So what is it that you have a lot of ego when love is concerned? Do you have a lot of pride where love is concerned? How it is that you behave? And similarly with creativity, how it is that does it come to you effortlessly, or how willing are you to sort of work at it and get to a place where you're completely satisfied? So all these questions would have plagued you for the last 2.5 years, and now when Saturn is going to be entering the next house, and he is going to be there for another 2.5 years, and this house basically governs your day-to-day chores and your health and your daily life. So by now you should have had a solid sense of what makes you different from others, and a rather concrete belief in your own creative talents. Many people go through a period of re-evaluation of their talents, so a lot of you could be doing something radically different than what you were doing 2.5 years earlier. Maybe you thought that you were say if you're a musician, you thought that you had sang great vocals, or you were a great singer, but then you realize, hey, you're very good at playing guitar also. So there is this finding of newer talents as well, exposure of newer talents, and this is something that you'll find within you, and you'll be quite, of course, for those of you who have made an effort and bothered to do that. However, there could be some of you who could have wasted this talent as well, or wasted this time as well. See, Saturn is a planet he's a very practical planet, unlike say an airy planet wherein it's all about, you're happy about doing your to-do lists, and you're very happy, generally thinking a lot, discussing a lot, but not doing anything, not implementation. But Saturn is an action-oriented planet, and he's very happy when you take action. So even if you have taken small steps to improve this part of your house in the last 2.5 years, which has to do with love, which has to do with creativity, it has to do with children, then you would have benefited. But if you have just sat and you have just thought about it, and you have discussed about it, and you have just said that, okay, maybe I think if not this, and maybe, oh, this will happen, then there will not be much that would have happened all along. Then it would just be a time that you would have found it quite painful and very frustrating, and Saturn, of course, would have carried on raining its blows. See, the thing about Saturn is, and I get asked this question a zillion times, what is the mitigation of Saturn? And Saturn is going to be transiting my chart, and I don't know, I'm really scared, and how do I escape it? So and in Indian astrology, in Vedic astrology, we follow something which is called the Sade Sati, or even it's called the Dhaya, in which either we start wearing black clothes, or you start running to all sorts of temples and putting different kinds of oils, and yet you want to escape the wrath of Saturn. But the truth is, Saturn will complete his cycle. So if he is there in your chart for 2.5 years in a particular house, he is going to be doing his time over there. However, the way to handle a Saturn energy is to go with it, to go with the Saturn energy and not to fight it. Learn the lessons well. And like I said, the Saturn energy is an action-oriented energy. So take small actions to improve that. So if it has to do with your love, try and be a better person. If it's your creativity, try and explore more. Do something about it. Maybe take a course. Make that effort. So finally, when Saturn leaves your door after 2.5 years, he's going to be really rewarding you. And he rewards you with a real long-lasting, at times a life-lasting gift for you. Now this year, Saturn is entering a part of your chart, which is he's turning a rather critical eye on your day-to-day chores, and you could find a certain amount of pressure which has to do with your daily functions, your habits, your health. And Saturn normally comes and raises a critical eye in areas of our chart or in our house where we have neglected it for a long time. So finally Saturn comes in, twists our arm, pushes us against the wall and says, okay, now do it. So Saturn is looking very disapprovingly at your 6th house and saying, a lot of work that needs to get done around this area. You may initially, when the transit begins, that it has begun right now, you may be feeling like there's too much of routine, there's too much of work around day to day. You feel really pressurized that, oh, I don't feel like doing this. And it is also I'm using the word seems because it's just a initial bit of it when Saturn is just starting his cycle. So it's just a sense of heaviness, but it does not in reality exist. Now also these are the areas that you've neglected. So your health, your diet, your day-to-day chores. Maybe you need to be putting your house in order. Maybe there is the way that your daily life does not have any form of a routine. Maybe you need to get better organized. Maybe you need to be going for those checkups that you have not been going. Maybe you need to be exercising. Maybe you need to be really following a strict diet and taking care of your health. So all these are the things which Saturn is going to be taking you to task for the next 2.5 years. And you could at this point of time see traditionally this particular transit, when Saturn came in transited a health chart, it was traditionally looked upon as a time where we fell ill, or it was associated with ill health, or with people are generally going to go all wrong in the diets and it will be a huge struggle. But the truth is that it's a time of every time that this transit Saturn comes into the health chart, it's a time for transformation. He's giving you an opportunity to transform, to change yourself for the better. And it's just so that you can live a far more productive, a healthier and a disciplined life, so that you can go about your work in a far more smoother, in a far more efficient manner. Now with the good news. Jupiter is going to be transiting, rather he has begun his transit from July 2014, and Jupiter is the planet of everything grand. He's a planet of expansion, all the good opportunities, and he brings a lot of positivity along with it. And we all love Jupiter. In fact, I have friends telling me that, I'm waiting for Jupiter to come and transit my money sector or my work sector, then I know that things are going to get all right. Now the trick with the Jupiter transit also is that it gives you it presents all these lovely opportunities on a tray. You just imagine that you're on a party and you are being served all these lovely delicacies around you, and you choose not to pick them up and say, oh, I'm on a diet, I'm not going to be having anything. You miss the opportunity of trying something really spectacular, something really delicious, and you miss it. Similarly with a Jupiter transit, it's going to be opening these little windows for you. So it's up to you to jump inside those windows and open the large door. If you choose to sit over there and say that, oh, he's opened the window, now let him open the door as well, that's not going to be happening. So you're going to be making an effort. You literally have to grab, Cancerians, all the opportunities that Saturn is presenting you right now. And he's there with you for the next, and he's there in a part of your chart that has to do with earned income. It has to do with your self-worth, and he's there till August 2015. So make full use of that, and you're going to be feeling quite good, and Jupiter is going to be coming and expanding your sense of self-worth, so you're going to be feeling very confident about it. And this particular house also rules our value systems, personal finances and possessions, and on another level it also rules our comfort levels. So during the Jupiter transit, you're going to be seeing benefits of your earning power, your value system, and in this it should be quite a profitable and quite a productive year for you, Cancerians. And you're like I said, you're going to be generally feeling quite confident, that you can take on challenges and you can deliver, and you can of course, if you choose to develop your talents and in order to boost your earning power, your income is likely to increase this year, and there will also be an opportunity to improve your future financial situation. So if there are some brilliant job offers that you hear of, do go ahead and explore them. Don't sort of sit and say that, oh, I'm very happy where I am and I don't think I need to be getting out there and exploring the world, or maybe what it is that it could be better. So take a risk and go and explore what can be bettering your financial state. Monetary problems from the past may clear up during this period as well, Cancerians, and you can add to your possessions a major purchase or sale. Maybe I think some of you will get down to be buying a house, or it could be a new car as well. There's going to be a general sense of abundance, Cancerians, and you're just going to be feeling very worthy of this entire fortune. Like I said, this house also rules self-worth. So you're going to be feeling as if you deserve it. There's going to be a sense of self-worth, that, oh, I have the talent and I'm able to earn so much of income. And there's just, you feel very good about yourself, about your self-worth, about your competencies. And this is a good time also to be asking for a raise. Those of you who are not too keen to jump your job, it's a brilliant time to be asking for a raise, or even apply for a loan, or take part in various dealings as far as finances are concerned. You also need, however, to curb inclination to overspend. Don't go ballistic, Cancerians, that's saying, okay, I need to be really getting out and spending now that everything looks quite hunky and dory in my chart. We'll take a quick look at your career, Cancerians. Now, Uranus in Aries remains in your career and path life your entire year. And Uranus, as you know, is a planet of unpredictability, also inspiration and technology as well. And you can continue to change ideas that you have for what you want in life and pursue new ambitions. So very exciting times. I love Uranus in this particular sector, even though they can be at times an uncertainty of finances, but your finances look quite fine. So it's just you changing your mind as to what it is that you want. Jupiter is in Leo, and like I said, Jupiter is also in your money sector, and this will of course help you improve your finances. And Mars is going to be in your career life path mid-February to March, and a solar eclipse also occurs in this sector in March as well. This could be an excellent time for you to be doing something with a goal. You're presented with a career opportunity and comes about quite unexpectedly and suddenly. And you have to act fast, but it's a good thing for you. So around July to March, look out for new career opportunities. However, there's a lunar eclipse in September, and hopefully you would have finished dealing with your career, and whatever, if you're trying to get into a new job, that would have gotten over for you. So overall, looks like a brilliant year for you, Cancerians. A lot of time to be spent in improving your health, and a lot of time making money. Have a fantastic 2015. It's been lovely speaking with you. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much.